What's up guys, Chigs here from Chigs Tech Reviews. So today I've got my hands on the brand new action camera by SJCAM, and this one is called the SJ10 Pro. It's a native 4K at 60 frames per second, costs around $250 US, and is a pretty feature-packed action camera. And inside the box you will find some basic accessories and adapters to get you started. Now the camera itself is waterproof and it's good for up to 10 meter depth, which means you can shoot videos in the rain, in the water, without needing a separate waterproof case. It feels like a pretty well made product. You've got a single shutter button on the top, you've got a latch on the side, and when you open it you will see a USB Type-C port and a MicroSD card slot, and this supports up to 128GB cards. Now at the bottom we do have a tripod thread and your battery compartment. And if I just remove the battery to show you, it's a 1300 mAh battery, which aims to give you around 2 hours of battery life with full HD video recording. Now on the back you have a 2.33 inch touchscreen display, probably the largest display we have seen in an action camera so far, and it's also the most responsive one SJCAM has given us to date. So system menus are user friendly, and I do like the SJCAM OS, very nice and easy to navigate. This action camera has built-in dual-band Wi-Fi. The SJCAM smartphone app works extremely well to remotely control this action camera, and you also have support for live streaming. So I'm out and about at my local park. It's just before 6 AM, so still kind of dull, low light situation here. I'm now going to switch to the camera's internal audio so you can hear what that sounds like. Lovely fresh air, totally deserted. And I got in my hands the SJCAM SJ10 Pro. We are shooting 4K at 60 frames per second, and I believe there is no image stabilization in this mode. Internal microphone. Not a windy day today, it's quite clear. It's going to be a nice day today. I think we're expecting about 22-23 degrees. So flip the camera around. This is me in my jogging mode. That's right people, 6 AM in the morning, 5 AM in the morning, I like to go jogging, and I'm starting that up again now. Switching down to 4K at 30 frames per second with electronic image stabilization on. Now the SJ10 Pro has the Sony IMX 377 image sensor, supported by the Ambarella H22 chipset. So similar specs to the previous SJCAM models, but this has to be the most polished version we have seen so far. So 4K 60 and 30 look really nice, but 4K 30 FPS is where this camera shines. The image stabilization is actually pretty decent, and we are shooting in good lighting situation, and it's a cloudy day but plenty of light, and the camera is producing a very good quality video with realistic colors and decent contrast. And I am holding this camera in my hand, so freehand video recording, and as you can see the stabilization is pretty decent. Now it's time for some 1080p at 60 FPS with electronic image stabilization on, and as you can see the video quality still looks pretty sharp and clear. Now most of these sub $300 action cameras can produce great quality 4K video, but as soon as you drop the resolution lower to 2K or 1080p, you will notice drastic drop in video quality to the point where you won't feel like shooting in other resolutions other than 4K. Well, this action camera, the SJ10 Pro, is still looking pretty damn good to me. 1080p video at 60 FPS, nice and detailed, even in the early morning low light situation. Now let's check out some photos. This action camera takes a maximum resolution of 12 megapixel photos. Now you will notice some fisheye effect going on in all resolutions. But after taking so many shots, I realized that this action camera does have distortion correction, which basically straightens the fisheye effect. And here is an example shot of my keyboard with and without distortion correction. So generally photos are decent quality in good lighting situation, but I do recommend you switch on distortion correction for that better end result. So there you have it guys, that was the SJCAM SJ10 Pro. Now this action camera is a pretty decent overall package, but we just can't ignore the fact that this action camera is very similar to the previous SJ8 Pro. In fact, SJCAM has added waterproof body, removed all the software bugs and glitches, improved the image stabilization, and then called it the SJCAM SJ10 Pro. Now, don't get me wrong, you have yourself a very good overall package. The action camera works great. Battery life is just over 1 hour and 10 minutes, recording at 4K 30 frames per second, and just around 2 hours with Full HD. Video quality is outstanding in the top 3 resolutions, so 4K 60, 4K 30 and 1080p 60 all look amazing. Image stabilization was mostly good, slight jitter at times, but mostly stable looking video footage. Now the SJCAM smartphone app has been vastly improved. It's working great with this action camera, very stable, no dropouts, no freezing, and works every single time you need it. And you've also got live streaming. Now I did not experience any overheating issues either. This camera just works, point and shoot, no messing around. Now microphone quality is actually quite decent. It's actually better than most sub $300 action camera microphones out there. Now external mics are supported, but only SJCAM USB-C mics. So you cannot use any other USB-C mic, and I don't have an SJCAM one to test. Another thing to mention is I did not see any option to adjust the field of view, but you can switch on distortion correction, which crops in slightly, straightening the fisheye effect, and it works in both photo and video mode. So here is my top action camera chart for 2020, where I have ranked the SJCAM SJ10 Pro at position 10 on this chart. So whilst we do have an overall improvement in the SJ10 Pro over the previous SJCAM models, I still don't think it matches the video quality of the new Akaso models, namely the Brave 7 LE and the Brave 6 Plus. But to make sure, a video comparison is coming soon, and that could cause the rankings to change slightly. So hit the like button if you want me to shoot some comparisons. Bottom line, a very welcomed addition to the SJCAM range. This is the best action camera I have seen from SJCAM in many years. They are now on the right track. It's all about a product that works, but also works without defect or fault. Software is as important as hardware, and it looks like the software has been properly implemented this time. Now the question is, can they improve it? So better external microphone support and adjustable viewing angles would be nice. Also, in the next SJCAM action camera, I would really like to see a better image sensor being used. I want to see at least the Sony IMX 458 or above. So that will bring them in line with the competition, because better image sensor means better quality video. So SJCAM, let's push the gear forward. We know you can do it. The proof is in the pudding, and the pudding is getting more tastier, the SJ10 Pro. I hope you found the video useful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have an amazing day. I'll see you guys in the next one.